life is changing today. Today is my third day of doing yoga. So I've been listening to a lot of uh, Joe Rogan and David Goggins and on on YouTube, and David Goggins is talking about how he's gonna go have to stretch for like 2.5 hours. Well, I know why now. And Joe Rogan's talking about how much he loves yoga and all that kind of stuff. Well, I know why now. I've been training for the McAllen Marathon, and my Achilles tendon has been giving me, actually make my heel hurt on my left heel. And yoga is it helps tremendously. And then it's really awesome if you do it before praise and worship, because your endorphins are kicking and you feel relaxed and you can just really get into the praise and worship like never before, right? And it got me. Some things are tying together. So another guy I listen to on YouTube is Jason Cisneros, and I just got done listening to a video of him, talking about getting your mistakes out there, okay, and put them on paper or talking about them or whatever, so you don't relive them. And then right after I get done watching him, this video pops up talking about women and financial literacy. Now, I'm guessing because two of his causes are the human trafficking, and they talked a lot about women being taken advantage of after the hurricane in Haiti, and the how these women, how women overall are so they don't have control of their finances because they're dependent on somebody else, their job or their husband or boyfriend or whatever. Okay, and so now women are getting that financial education is real important for them. And then his other cause is feeding 1 billion people. And so the craziest thing, I did yoga on Thursday with Chandra Scales, and I did yoga Friday with Abigail Nunez, and I did yoga again today with Chandra Scales. And Chandra's boyfriend was there, and he's an accountant, and he just loves Elon Musk. My son works for Tesla, and I'm like, where's the tie-in? Well, he's just really, has concerns about our environment. I'm like, oh, really? And global warming. I'm like, okay, the real cause for global warming is the runoff of NPK, this petroleum-based, fertilizer. It runs into the ocean and causes the plankton to supergrow and die, and it, kills anything that can't swim away. But it also depletes the plankton in our oceans. 70% of the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere gets recycled through the plankton in the ocean, and this petroleum-based fertilizer, when it runs off when it rains, is killing the plankton. And he's like, oh. And there's other things that, it depletes our nutrients in our soil because there's the wrong kind of nitrogen. It actually pulls the nutrients out of our soil. We have 90% less carbon in our agricultural soil than we did 60 years ago, and you have to eat 8 times more produce now than you did 60 years ago to get the same nutrient content. Hence the obesity challenge in the United States. And then that more than just eating processed foods, right, and too much sugar. Okay, it's a nobody's talking about it. So it's just amazing, and it's like God and the Holy Spirit are communicating. Like attracts like. So what I look for, what I search for, keeps popping up on Google and YouTube, right, and actually getting me input from sources that I have interest in. Isn't that crazy? God and the Holy Spirit have figured out how to communicate with social media and YouTube and Facebook and Google. Isn't that amazing?